This lesson is all about how to conduct a fitness nutritional coaching session, follow-up session. So this is a week later after our initial consultation. So during this session, it will be shorter than our initial consultation, and what we'll do is we'll review the actions that Di made last week, see how she's going, and check in with any energy changes at all. And I'll also have a look at her diet diary for the past week, and we can compare to the week before and see if there's any changes in her digestion and how she's feeling generally. We may even come up with some new actions for her to put in place for the next week as well. Hi Di, how are you this week?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks.
Excellent.
Nice to see you again.
Well, you look really bright and sparkly.
Yeah,
Something's going right.
Yeah, I must admit I'm feeling a bit better, but I've written out my diary, my food diary.
Yes, I can see. Great.
Completely, it is accurate, because even if I did cheat, I would put something on.
I trust you. I believe you, Di.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. It's looking really good. So.
Yeah.
I can see that you've incorporated some of the changes, which is excellent. So I've noted here that on Tuesday and Thursday you had the grilled fish with the vegetables.
Yes, I did.
At lunch.
Yeah, and it was great.
Yes.
You know, having done that, you know, in the car, as you know, I'm a salesperson.
Yes.
If you remember, yeah. And I felt so much better from not having that starchy, you know, all that starch.
Yes.
So I had, which goes back to actually a bit more energy.
Okay.
And I didn't have to have, I didn't feel the necessity of actually having the snacks in between.
Okay.
I was actually, as you mentioned last time,
Yes.
I remember you saying that your energy level with the fish is double, almost double, isn't it? So that's what actually I actually felt completely different. So it does help.
Yes.
Great.
Great.
It does help.
Well, I've noticed here on those days where you've had a bit lighter food that you're not feeling as bloated. You wrote here, just feel satisfied instead of overfull.
Yes.
Which is great. Now let's touch back on the energy levels. So last week you mentioned that your energy levels were 6 out of 10 generally. Where would you say they're sitting now?
I would say they've gone up quite substantially. I would say 8 now.
8?
We are at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's a really big improvement.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, wow. Well done. Okay, so we've talked about the fish. How did you go with nuts in the car and apples in the car and things like that?
Well, I did actually do my smoothie.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
You
I
did
tried.
the smoothie.
Remember you
Excellent.
sent me the recipe?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that was great. And
oh, excellent.
I bought one of those little, the containers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I made it the night before,
Okay.
and it's great. And
Good.
I didn't feel that I needed anything at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I had it in the car, which is great.
Yeah.
Sort of, we have our meeting, as I mentioned, at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
So at about 9,
Okay.
I had my smoothie,
Sure.
which was great because then that alleviated the 10 o'clock urge
Great.
to go and buy something that I shouldn't be eating.
Perfect.
So basically, I didn't have that need
Okay.
from having the smoothie at 9,
Excellent.
and it kept me going right through until lunch. So it was
Awesome.
great. But I still have my nuts
Yes.
and my apples.
Snacks.
Yeah, in the car just in case.
Yeah.
So so I don't have that temptation to stop and buy things that are not good for me.
Yeah.
Because they're right there.
Great.
So there's no excuse.
No excuse.
No.
Excellent. You're doing so well. That's great. You've incorporated the fish, the nuts. You're doing the smoothie for breakfast. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent. And your energy levels have improved. So you can see that the impact that diet has on how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's only a few a week.
It's only a week.
I know.
Yeah. So do you have any questions about what happened during the week?
Oh, I didn't tell you. I went to the health shop and bought the quinoa.
Oh, the quinoa.
Quinoa,
Oh, yes, good. Okay, awesome.
I also
Great.
pronounced it like that. But she knew exactly what I was doing.
Good.
And it's great. So I took it home, and we had it the following night.
Okay, great.
And there was no difference. He actually, I mean, if I hadn't told him, I think he wouldn't have really noticed. But the taste was, as you say, a little bit different.
Yes.
But it was nice. We actually had it with chicken, and it was lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
So-
great to mix it up sometimes.
yeah.
You know, you don't have to have it all every night.
No,
but
it was really
every
great.
so often.
So that's worked.
Okay.
So
Excellent. Well, you've
don't know what else we
you've
can
smashed
do.
through all those actions very quickly. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I think if you put your mind to something and you want to do it, and that's why I came.
Yes.
You know, you walk away and you're enthusiastic. It's like anything really, sort of even exercise.
Yes.
I must tell you, I started walking.
Ah, okay, great.
After dinner, when I don't have work to do, because most of the time I'm always snowed under with work that I've got to do for the next morning.
Yes.
But even if it's just 10 minutes round the block.
Okay.
Because I believe that's actually going to help me as well.
That's great.
On the energy side too. So you're not just sitting down like I normally do. I just do my work for the next day, but I've tried to actually, at least even if it's just twice a week, which is great.
Yeah.
And you feel better.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do that and just increase it.
And so when I met you first, you were at the gym doing your program. So when I had a chat to you, you said, "Oh, come into the gym when I can, maybe a couple of times a week." Well, so maybe we can talk about how to incorporate the gym sessions within your busy schedule as well.
Yeah.
So with your programs that we've developed for you, ideally you're going to come in 2 or 3 times a week, do the program twice a week, and then maybe a group fitness class.
Yeah.
How do you feel that would work with your work situation? Sometimes you're starting early.
Yeah. Well, I would just, depending on those days, I'd just make sure that my last appointment is going to fit in with the timings.
Okay.
Because I can actually do that. I'm quite flexible on that.
Okay.
Because I make my appointments with the clients.
Okay.
So I could say, okay, well then, if say the class was at 5, I'd make my last appointment at 3, so that it gives me time to and I'd fit in with the timings. Okay. Which will be great.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I think what we're looking at with your diet, you're making some really good changes there. We need to make sure that your exercise is matching that as well. Yeah. So
I will definitely make time for that because it's important.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can fit in with those.
Okay.
With that.
Excellent. And something that a lot of my clients like to do if they've got a job like you where they're on the road is to have all their gym clothes ready in the car to go. So the night before, pack it so it's ready. So then there's not an idea, I don't have my stuff, I have to go home and then go to the gym. Whereas if you go straight from work, it's more likely that you're going to go in the first place.
Yeah, because it's right there.
It's right there.
They're sitting next to you.
Exactly.
I would do that. Yeah,
yes.
that's
and
great.
Having a group fitness class to go to which starts at a certain time means that you need to be there at a certain time.
Yeah.
So I really encourage you to try it. We've got lots of group fitness classes on, so try a few different ones. Yeah. See which one.
But just get a schedule a week in advance.
Yeah, I'll get the schedule for you. Yeah.
Then I can schedule my appointments.
Exactly.
To fit in with that because it's if I'm doing so well at the moment, I want to carry on. Yeah. Because I'm enthusiastic now.
Yeah, it's great. Great time to do it. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so
the only thing I was going to mention is I didn't actually lose any weight.
Ah, okay. Well, it's just been a week, so that's okay. So don't feel like that you haven't achieved anything. You've got a lot more energy and your digestion's better, definitely. Yeah. So with weight loss, it will take a few weeks. It will take a while. So if you think about how long it took you to put on the 10 kilograms, so how long was that? A few years or 18 months?
18 months. Yes, about that. Yeah.
So 18 months to put that weight on. It will take some time to take that off, and we have a goal of 6 months for the 10 kilograms. Yeah. And what I'd like to do today is maybe make a shorter goal as well. So, for example, in the next month, we can say lose 2 kilograms, for example, so that it's achievable and kind of break it down a little bit. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds super. And I'm sure with sticking to this, plus doing the exercise routines or whatever what you're going to send me, even if it's not weight, it would be inches. I'd most probably notice that in my clothes because that's the problem at the moment is I can't fit into my clothes as I mentioned before. Yes. So that might help me as well because I'll, if I see the inches going, if something's a bit looser, give me more stimulation and
motivation.
Encourage me.
Definitely.
Even more so.
Well, what we'll do, Di, is at our next PT session, our personal training session next week, I'll redo your measurements as well, and then we've got that as a baseline too. So we've got a lot of measures that we can measure your energy, stress, we can do your inches as well as weight. So we're going to look at the whole picture.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah.
No, been a great help.
Oh, great. Excellent. Well, so what we've got your exercise program, ramping that up a little bit. So gym program twice a week, then a group fitness class. So that's going to be your goal for this week. And looking at your breakfast, so you had the smoothie twice.
I had it twice, and then what I did do is I then had my nuts instead of going and having the bad foods. I had my nuts and my apples.
Okay, good. Yeah. So what we'll do is, as your second action is, we'll say having breakfast at least twice a week. Is that something you would be able to do?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
And the recipe you sent me for the smoothie is really good.
Good?
Yeah, it's
excellent.
Great.
Now,
and it doesn't take long to make, really.
No, it's very quick.
Yeah.
It's very quick. Just put it all in together and off you go.
Yeah.
Great.
And I think with the nuts and the fruit, combined with the yogurt, it's great. Because, as I said to you, I don't need the 10 o'clock snack. So it's really helping me.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I can definitely see that this food diary is substantially different to last week, so that's great. What you mentioned last week, which I think we could touch on as your third action for this week, is the alcohol.
Oh yes.
So you've written here that you've had a couple of wines a night during the week, and maybe 2 or 3 on a Friday, Saturday night.
Yes.
And sometimes at lunchtime you might have a wine.
Yeah.
Okay. So wine and any alcohol really is just adding extra calories that you don't necessarily need, which means that the weight loss will take a longer time. So it's really hampering your weight loss efforts by drinking the alcohol. What we could look at doing is having maybe 2 alcohol-free nights a week, for example. So not cutting out wine, because it's an enjoyable thing, and especially sometimes if you're with clients or so it can be it can be good, and it's part of your routine. That's fine, but we really do need to look at reducing that if you're going to get your goals.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How would 2 alcohol-free nights suit you? Would you be able to incorporate
I think that would be a good idea, because one should cut down anyway. So let's put that on. Let's make a note of that, because I think that would as you say, it does hamper your weight loss.
Yes.
If I'm changing all this, one should really look at that. So that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, we've got your 3 actions outlined. So having breakfast at least twice a week, you've got your gym program, group fitness, and looking at 2 alcohol-free nights this week.
Yeah, not on weekends.
Okay. All right, we'll compromise. All right, during the week.
During the week, because I've got other things to do. As I said, I've got work to do and stuff. So soda water.
Yes, you could alternate, definitely.
Soda water. Yeah. But my weekends, I enjoy my wine.
Okay, no problems.
All right. I will have it in moderation, though.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I will remember what you said.
Okay.
So because I'm determined now. And
you're going really well.
And you've been great help for me. So it's an inspiration, really.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks so much for your help.
Congratulations, Di. You've achieved so much in a week, and you can just look forward to achieving your results really quickly. So
so what I'm waiting from you for our action points is basically that program, which is important for me, so that I can then organise my diary.
That's right.
Yeah, because I will definitely, as I said, I will fit in with that. So that's great. So I think that's. And then, what do we have any more sessions?
Yes. So next week we'll line up your personal training session, and that's when we'll do measurements.
That's when we'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll review your gym program to make sure that's what you are still wanting to do, and it's still interesting, and got the variety that you want as well. So we'll do that.
That sounds super.
Yeah, excellent.
So I'll wait to get all my email from you.
Yes, I will email you definitely.
Okay, that's super.
Great.
Thanks so much for your help.
That's okay. Thanks, Di. So that was a fitness nutritional coaching session, follow-up session. So about a week later, some clients need 2 weeks, but it's good to have a week break in between your initial and your follow-up consultation, because it gives people time to make some adjustments to their diet and their lifestyle. So in a follow-up consultation, often the client is more relaxed with you, and they've developed a bit of trust with you as well, so they can often be more open and more chatty. So with this consultation, what I did with Di is I had a look at her food diary, so she'd filled in another one for that second week, and then you can compare that to the first week, and then really highlights the differences there. So she mentioned that she started eating some breakfast, and she's chosen the grilled fish for a couple of times at lunch. So it's really important to highlight some of the changes that your client has made, because it helps them keep motivated and keep going. And from then, it's a nice idea to look at the goals, just check in with the goals and review. So I looked at the goals and thought, okay, we need to get a bit more of a short-term goal here for Di, because the 6 months it was a bit too far away. So having a shorter term goal means that she's got something to focus on in the short term as well as the long term as well. So reviewing the actions from last week, and then if the client's happy to continue doing those, then you can add in a few more actions. So we talked about getting more regular with the gym, maybe going to a group fitness class and committing to having 2 alcohol-free nights a week. So these small changes will add up in the long run to a long-term sustainable change for Di.